We are going to be talking today about how to transition your wardrobe from summer to fall. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Oralia. My passion in life is to help plus-size women look and feel their absolute best. I believe that we all deserve to look and feel beautiful regardless of size or age. It's really not all that difficult to make that change over in your wardrobe from summer to fall. If you follow these 4 steps, it's really super simple. As a personal stylist, these are the steps that I use to switch my wardrobe over, as well as those of my clients when they need this type of help. This video is sponsored by Ritual, and I will talk about them here in a few minutes. The easiest way that you can make the transition from summer to fall is to change your color palette, as well as change the textures of the things that you are wearing. During the spring and summer, we tend to gravitate more to lighter, brighter colors, a lot of white. We tend to do linen and cotton and very lightweight fabric. Some of us even go as far as to go to woven bags and straw belts and things like that. To make a transition into fall, you can deepen the colors that you are bringing in and lean in on some of the colors that are currently trending, like burgundy and like a muted green or browns are all really popular colors. But even other colors like magenta and plum, and even deeper blues like a sapphire blue or a midnight blue, or even like a bright navy blue, as well as your neutrals. You know, you can bring in your black and your grays. They tend to come in during this time of year, as well as tan. Then you think about the textures that we're bringing in. So you want to think about maybe heavier leathers, a croc embossed type leather, even patent leather. That's another big one for this fall. So bringing in these deeper, more saturated, more muted colors that mimic the environment that we're in. Using color is a perfect way for those of you who live in a warm climate where you're not going to start feeling a cool down in temperatures anytime soon. So it doesn't make sense for you to bring out the sweaters and the jackets and the boots and all of that. You could absolutely use color to bring that fall feeling into your wardrobe. That's one of the easiest ways that you can do that. Another thing in the line of color is to bring in some fall patterns. As you can see, this fall leopard print is huge. It is a huge trend, but it is traditionally a fall pattern, in my opinion. You could also bring in things like plaids. Those are always quintessential fall patterns. You can incorporate pattern, texture, color to bring that fall feeling into your wardrobe without having to bring out the heavy sweaters and the heavy coats, because we're not quite there yet. We're making that transition over from the summer into fall. And now a moment to talk about our video sponsor, and that is Ritual. Thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring this video. And more importantly, thank you to all of you who watch and support my channel, because without your support, I wouldn't get opportunities to work with really fantastic companies like Ritual. If you watch my vlogs, you know that I've been on a health journey. And one of the areas that I was focused on in my health journey was, how do I manage my health as a woman over 50 who is postmenopausal? Because I know that being postmenopausal means that I have now got very specific nutritional needs to support my brain, my heart, and my bones. Along comes Ritual, and they have got the essentials for women 50 plus, as well as a separate pre and postbiotic capsule. I was really thrilled when they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try their supplements and work with them. I jumped at the chance. Ritual Essential for Women 50 plus has got a lot of benefits to it. First of all, they are clean. So I know that there aren't any toxins or metals or anything like that. As a matter of fact, they are third-party tested for any of these things, including allergens. These are encapsulated in a vegan outer shell that are actually resistant to digestion in the stomach. Instead, they pass through to the small intestine, and that is where the vitamins are absorbed, which is excellent. That's exactly where you want your vitamins to be absorbed, because you're getting maximum benefit when they break down in the small intestine versus when they break down in the stomach. They are formulated to help support bone health and heart health and also brain health. They've got omega-3s that are sustainably sourced. They've got vitamin D3. After the pandemic, we know that vitamin D3 is critical for our immune system, as well as critical as a supplemental nutrient for bone health. And in addition to all of this, they're very gentle on the stomach. They are essenced with mint, which was a pleasant surprise when I first started taking these. I was taking gummy vitamins to avoid that vitamin taste that you get when you take a capsule multivitamin. This doesn't have the added sugar or the added artificial sweetener that gummy vitamins have. It's got a really lovely mint flavor, and it makes them just so much more palatable, in my opinion. And the other cool thing that I really like about Ritual vitamins is that 100% of the ingredients are traceable. They even show you on their website where they get each of the different ingredients for these supplements. I find that very refreshing because transparency is hard to come by these days, especially when it comes to food, drugs, supplements, things like that. There's not a lot of transparency. And it's important to me that these be clean and traceable because it's that whole living that is going to bring us back to health. I've been taking these vitamins now for nearly 4 weeks. I want to use all of these adjectives to describe how I feel, but the best one that I can find is I feel great. I don't have any brain fog. I've got a lot of energy. I'm really, really pleased with Ritual, and I think that you will be too. I do have a discount code for you that I've got listed here. I will also have it listed in the description and pinned to the top comment of this video, in addition to a QR code that I'm going to have right here if I can figure out how to post it into the video. Fingers crossed that I am able to do that so that way you too can try Ritual out. I think that you're going to really, really like it. I find that these are so easy to take. They're just a part of my morning routine. I did a little bit of habit stacking. If you read Atomic Habits, you know what I mean. When I prepare my water in my Stanley cup, I get my vitamins, and if I don't take them right then and there, I put them in my pocket and I take them when I get upstairs and log into my computer. You know, while my computer's doing its login thing, I'm taking my vitamins to start my day. So that way I don't forget to do it. It's one of the best things I've done for myself, and I think that it would be one of the best things that you could do for yourself as well. They've also got a bunch of other different types of supplements. If you're not over 50, they've got something that's specially formulated for women 18 plus that takes into account the fact that you're menstruating, or you can do pre or postnatal vitamins as well. So there's a whole selection of different vitamin supplements that you can look at and find the ones that work best for you. Thank you again, Ritual, for sponsoring today's video. And again, thank you to you, my loyal friends and viewers, for helping to make these opportunities possible. All right, let's get back to the video. When it comes to those transitional seasons like fall and spring, when you're going from hot temperatures into cooler temperatures, or you're going from cold temperatures into warmer temperatures, the same holds true for both of those seasons. Expect to have to layer in those seasons because you're going to have some really wonky weather where it's like chilly in the mornings, but it might warm up in the afternoon, but then it gets chilly again at night once the sun goes down. Layering is going to be your best friend here, and so you want to make sure to incorporate light layers. You don't want any thick, heavy layers. You want to incorporate lighter layers so that you can peel them off as the day gets warmer, and then you can put them back on as the day gets colder. When you're thinking about layers, you want some lightweight sweater fabrics. I would say, depending on where you live, you want to bring in lightweight knits in cashmere or merino wool or silk or any blend of that type. All of these have got really good temperature regulating qualities to them, which is what makes them so wonderful. Things like synthetic fibers don't quite have the capacity to do that. There are some more modern fibers like Tencel, Lyocell that could feasibly do that, but really I like to stick with the natural fibers like cashmere and merino wool, and like a silk blend, whether that's silk cashmere, silk wool, or a silk cotton blend. These are going to do the best for you for layering because they're going to be light enough so that you don't feel really bulky, but they're going to be thick enough to keep you regulated regardless of what the temperature. Consider maybe taking a cashmere sweater and you can drape it over your shoulders at the start of the season, and then as it gets colder, then of course you're going to be actually wearing that cashmere sweater. Incorporating this into your transitional capsule, that's going to help you to really make the most of that capsule wardrobe. Also, you might want to consider bringing things in like button-down shirts. During the summer, maybe you had some that were made of linen. Now it is time to break out the cotton poplin or the chambray shirt. I think chambray shirts are one of the best pieces to have during this transitional time because they are generally a darker wash and they do lend that fall vibe, I think, more so than summer. But even a button-down shirt, because of course it is getting cooler, so you might be wearing sleeves instead of wearing something sleeveless or short sleeve, you'll be wearing something with a full length sleeve. Is to bust out your lightweight sweater dresses if you've got any. This is editing Oralia here. In editing, I just realized that I did not elaborate as much as I wanted to on the point around sweater dresses and shirt dresses as transitional pieces. The shirt dress is one that I feel is a really great piece to have in the spring and summer, but also in the fall. It is one of those dresses or dress silhouettes that is very classic. It goes with everything. It fits a variety of scenarios. You want to think about the color of the dress in order to help it to become a little bit more seasonally appropriate. But honestly, they are very, very flexible. It acts in the same way as a button-down shirt, except it's a dress. You've got long sleeves. You can layer under it. You can layer over it. You can help to warm it up by wearing long boots or wearing it with tights and heels or however you want to style it. A lot of times you'll find that shirt dresses come in natural fiber. So it's either going to be a linen or a cotton poplin, something like that. But you can also find them in satin, like the one that I found recently from Walmart. I feel that that one is a particularly good transitional dress because it's in a seasonal color. It is in a somewhat seasonal fabric, even though it is a shirt dress. But the satin that it's made of is very thin, so it's not going to overheat you. And then, of course, like with all, you can layer under or over it as the weather transitions from warmer to cooler. One of the styles of shirt dresses that we're seeing emerge that I think is another great option is a denim shirt dress. It is more of a fall leaning kind of fabric, and so if you can find a really nice denim shirt dress, then that's also an option for you. As far as sweater dresses are concerned, I really love to pull sweater dresses out. But let me clarify, it's lightweight knit sweater dresses that I'm talking about. Not a heavy, chunky sweater dress, but more something that's of a thin ribbed knit or of a thin sweater fabric, something that won't overheat you, but will help to keep you warm and can be layered as the season progresses and we get into cooler temperatures. And again, if you can find them in more seasonal colors like the burgundies or reds or even like a really nice brown one, those are really great options for you. If you can find them with a short sleeve, even better, because that means that they'll overheat you even less, but they're easy to layer as the season progresses. So I think that having a dress in the mix when you are looking at a summer to fall transition is a really great thing to do. Now, if you still want to wear some of your summer dresses, you absolutely can. You would just layer a sweater or something over it or a button-down shirt over it so that way you can still utilize that summer dress, but bring it into the season a little bit more by treating it as a layering piece as it gets cooler. It's very easy to wear a summer dress with a cashmere sweater draped over your shoulders and tied at the neck. You don't necessarily have to stop wearing your summer dresses if you don't want to. There is a way of bringing them into the fall season, just depending on how you layer. But then again, think about those other dresses that you have, like a shirt dress and a sweater dress, that you can easily bring in to the seasonal capsule. And of course, as with everything that I'm talking about here, I will have options for you linked in the description bar down below, as well as here on the screen, if I can find anything that falls within the YouTube shopping program. So I'm going to stop babbling and I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next point. things like lady jackets or lady cardigans, or the cardigans that are styled after those lady jackets. A regular cardigan, a denim jacket. I think denim jackets are a really great transitional piece. Bomber jackets made of a lightweight fabric are also really great transitional jackets. And then also you can wear lightweight blazers, but isn't going to be really heavy. It doesn't feel like outerwear. It feels more like a layering piece. There's a big difference between a really heavy blazer and a lightweight blazer that's more made to be worn in these transitional seasons. Right now, the lady jacket or the lady cardigan are having a moment, and I think that they're actually quite beautiful because they can be dressed up or dressed down, and they can easily be worn on their own or layered with something underneath as needed. Also, just a regular standard cardigan, that's another way of being able to transition your wardrobe, because again, you can wear it on its own as a lightweight sweater, or you can wear something underneath it when the time comes and be a little bit more warm in those pieces. So bringing all of these in together will really help you in transitioning your wardrobe. With these pieces, you would be able to have a pretty good capsule wardrobe to transition you from summer to fall. And you can absolutely wear any of these with your summer weight fabrics, like your linens and your cottons and things like that, because you don't necessarily have to put those away just yet. There are ways of mixing those together in order to create a cohesive transitional wardrobe until we get into the colder months where you might need to bring in bulkier sweaters. So take this into account. If you want to see how I transition my wardrobe over from summer to fall, make sure to watch this blog to see how I actually do this transition for myself and can provide you further guidance. Thank you once again to Ritual for sponsoring this video, and thank you once again to you for helping to make those types of sponsorships possible. I'm going to leave you with a couple of videos here for you to continue watching. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you in those videos. Bye.